Hey Aaron, my name is Ties. I'm 14 years old and I'm from the Netherlands. I've been skating for about 2.5 years now. I have a problem with my 360 flips when I try to land them the wrong side of the board or with one foot. Here are some basic tricks. I can do more variations. Boom! That was a beast ollie. Boost, take a look at boom. Nice frontside 180 too. I like it when people do an actual ollie and then the 180. That just looked beautiful. Good kick flip, good heel flip. What's next? Varial flip. Nice. Stuck it. Here are the tray flip attempts. Cool. So yeah, tray flip. From varial flip to tray flip, it's kind of a big jump. It might be a good idea for you to learn backside flips. Maybe even frontside flips. Maybe even all of the tricks in Skateboarding Made Simple Volume 5. Maybe not exactly, because you probably don't need to learn inward heel flips. That one's a roughie. Cool, so yeah, on most of these, it does look like you are spinning the board 360 well. You're just not getting the flip. So it's mainly like the flip part, the kick flip part. Cool, so let's watch this. You scoop your back foot super hard. The board goes all the way around. That one was ridiculously close. Your feet just barely missed it. But also notice how your feet are very close together and they're very close up towards the nose. You see that? Your feet shouldn't be so close together and they shouldn't land so far towards the nose. That is going to give you a lot of problems on this trick, the tray bomb. Cool, so here's the foot position. Your foot is just basically in a regular kickflip position. Your back foot is with your toes hanging out over off the side of the tail. So when you pop down and you scoop straight back super hard with your back foot, that's what's going to send your board into that 360 rotation. So you see how my toes are just curled over the edge? And then as I pop this, I just take my toes all the way around the side and just take it back super, super hard. Cool, so that's the part that you have pretty well. Now the part that you need to work on, you don't necessarily need to work on, not necessarily the flip either, although that is kind of the troublesome area. But what you actually need to work on is leaning more back before you pop the tray flip so you can send the board out more in front of you. And in that way, you're not going to have to try and jump on the board with your feet really close together in some awkward position, because you see, even if you land on the board like that, it's going to be extremely hard to actually land and roll away. You have a lot more balance with your feet spread apart than you do with your feet very close together. Like if you stand and both your feet are close together and someone comes and pushes you, you're more than likely going to fall over. But if you have your legs spread further apart and somebody pushes you, you'll be fine. So you can think with that in terms of landing your tricks. You want to land your tray flips ideally with your front foot on the front truck and your back foot on the back truck. Because if you're landing on the trucks, and you will never break boards. It'll just be perfect right there. See, watch where my feet land. Ba-boom. Pretty much on those trucks. But it's pretty, my feet are pretty well spread apart. You see the difference between mine and yours? Well, the actual difference and the thing that you need to practice is leaning back, taking your back foot off and throwing the board out in front of you. So your board does go out in front of your front foot. And then you can practice catching it and stomping it and landing it from there. And that's just going to help you out a ton. That way you don't have to have your feet super close together. So from this position right here, you should be leaning back. And then you're going to execute that with the back foot. Scoop it super hard. This tray flip is going to come around. Ba-ba-booey. Then you'll catch it right there, put it down, and you're out. Cool. I highly, 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 highly suggest getting Skateboarding Made Simple Volume 5. Not only do I explain the tricks, but Christopher Chan also explains a ton of tricks. And as you guys know, he's an incredible skateboarder and it's super, super detailed. So get that video. It does take you through the intermediate flip tricks. It is available on iTunes and at brailleskateboarding.com. So definitely check it out. You guys 100% will not be disappointed. So get the video now. I appreciate your help and support.